Hey guys, Lucille here from ClipArtistry Heaven. Today we are speaking about Canva, how to organize your files, folders versus recent designs versus images versus projects, and what does all of this mean in Canva and how we can organize our files to make our design life a little bit easier. Now, if you're anything like me, you would find the recent page, which is the one that we are on, extremely messy. You might have asked yourself, how do I clean it up? How can I clean it up? What can I do? And I'm going to try and answer you in this video. And if you've got any follow-up questions, or if I haven't answered you, just drop me a comment in the comment section and I will personally come back to all of your questions or suggestions, etc. So if you don't know me, my name is Lucille. I'm owner and founder of ClipArtistry Heaven, a digital clip art store that I have founded in end of December 2023, and I started selling in January 2024. And I sell sublimation designs, PNG files, things like tumbler wraps, mug wraps, t-shirt designs, etc. And I've just kind of documented my journey on YouTube. I share my wins, my losses, and anything in between with my community. I've got a private Facebook group, so members who are sort of on the same journey, trying to sell digital products on it, own sites, Shopify, etc. It's just a place where I share all my experiences, what's worked for me, what hasn't worked for me, the tools that I use, the software, my processes, etc. So if that's something that appeals to you or something that you find interesting, please hit the subscribe button so that you can be notified the next time I release a video, and feel free to share with anyone you think will benefit from my content. So let's jump into the video. Okay, so you are seeing my Canva workspace. We on basically on the landing page at the moment, and what you're seeing in front of you is, just as it says here, all your recent designs. Now, for a long time, I didn't quite understand the methodology or the thinking behind the recent designs. And for me, if you're anything again like me, I like to keep my my work desk or my digital workspace like organized and clean, and just like having a method to the filing so that if I need something, then I can quickly access it, etc. So the recent design screen that you're seeing in front of you, it's not really one of my favorite places in Canva, because to me it's just messy. It's telling my brain that it's very messy and you can't really find anything from this screen. The purpose of this screen is basically just to let you know, or a snapshot of your thumbnails of what it is you last worked on. You know, what was the most recent design that you've created. And that's really all this is. If you tried to ever clean this up, in other words, trying to make it neat, or if you thought putting it from here into a folder would work, it's not going to work. That's not the purpose of the recent designs screen. Just want to try and help some people with the confusion. So as I've mentioned, all of this is your recent designs. It's not going to go anywhere unless you want it to go somewhere, but it's just to say what you have last designed. And if you want to quickly access something that's you've done recently or not so recently, you can just scroll through whatever until you get to where you need to be. Okay, so that's the recent design screens. You can't clean. If you file it from here or you want to send it to a folder, it will not leave the recent design screen. So I just need you to understand that. Next, we are going to go to folders. Projects. What are projects? What does projects means to Canva? If you click on it, you will basically land on this screen, and your projects is basically comprises of like folders, designs, images, and videos. So as the title suggests, projects includes folders, designs, images, and videos. So it's like subcategorized according to the nature of the project that you are busy with, i.e., is it a design? Is it something that you've designed within Canva? Is it an image that you've either uploaded or generated with Canvas AI? Or is it a video? So it's just depending on the type of digital asset you are busy with. It can be a design, an image, or a video. Okay. And then you've got folders, which is the first one. Now, if you want to, again, like me, be a bit more organized with your Canva, folders is where you kind of get that balance or that structure, if you want to call it that. So if you feel that you need a place where you can quickly access, folders is where it's at. So it's not going to be recent designs, and it's not going to be anywhere else in Canva but folders. Again, if you go to designs, and you want to move this to a particular folder, it does not sort of clean this screen over here. It will still show you everything as per the recent design screens, but it's just sort of categorized in a way where you can go to your design according to what it is that you have, what it is that you are looking for, and what it is that the nature of the design is. Again, videos, images, or like Canva designs. So even if you click here, a couple here, and you want to move it to a particular folder, right, it will not remove it. So even trying to clean it from this point of view is not going to solve the issue for you. So all projects is in Canva, is you've got folders, you've got them adding up per designs, per images, and videos. Where you want to be organized is in your folders tab. So I cannot tell you at this stage how you need to label, how you need to categorize, and how you need to set up your folders, because we are all using Canva for different purposes. I can show you my structure, but it might be different for you because you might be serving clients or providing services where you need to categorize according to names or list of clients. I would categorize based on products that I sell on Etsy, so my designs would be labeled and categorized according to that, right? So I cannot tell you how you need to, but I can show you my example, and then you can just tweak it according to what it is you are using Canva for, and how, if you are serving people, what's the best way to label it. So I just need to let you know that I do work in a team, so I'm not the only one working on anything you see in my Canva. I have two assistants that I work with. So organizing myself is even more important because we work on different time zones, and when I'm sleeping, someone else somewhere else in the world can quickly get access to folders, provided that I've labeled it correctly, I've set it up correctly, and then whenever the VA is available to work, he or she can just jump on it, access the folder, and then do what they need to. So when you are working in teams, it is more important to be organized. When you are alone, it's kind of your own chaos that you are dealing with. So I'm going to go to the Etsy folder over here just to give you an idea, and I'm using this example because many people in my community would probably be doing the same thing that I'm doing. So I'm thinking that it probably would help if I use my situation as an example. Okay, so you'll see I've got there's a whole lot of things going on here. You'll see there's different companies that I've labeled, and then just all sorts of things, and I can also do with a bit of a cleanup, right? So not to say all my folders are up to date, but I do have a bit of control. So you'll see I've labeled mine Etsy products and mockups. Okay, so these are the people in my team, and they all have access to this folder. So anything that they need, that I've designed, that they need to mock up, that they need to post on social media, they can get it in any of these folders. So what I sell the most on Etsy, as everybody knows, it's clip art. So you'll see the most of my clip art is sitting, most of my designs are sitting in clip art because I sell mostly clip art on Etsy. So if I click on it, like a lot of my designs are sitting here. Some of the designs are sitting in other systems that I didn't use Canva to mock up or design them or etc. So they will not be here. You'll see here, if you click the show more button, there will just be folders and folders and folders of clip art. And if you click on, let's say, the vintage watercolor travel clip art, it opens up the design, and this is what we would then sell onto the client once we've scaled it up once the DPI is 300, once you've cleaned the image and made sure that there's no marks on the image, we remove all shadows from the image. Because it's a sublimation file, we understand that the person that's buying the file from us, they would use it on a mug or a glass or a t-shirt. So that's what we use Canva for. So just to start it off, like in terms of, let's say there was no system here, you go back to projects. Let's say you are a social media manager and you are helping other clients with the social media posting. So I would then be adding client number 1, add another one, client number 2, and so on and so forth, right? And in client 1, you will add all the designs, all the templates, all the work that you've done for this client. And let's say you can subfolder within the main folder, right? So you can now, for client 1, you can say social media designs. Let's say you are doing social media videos. And so on and so forth. So once you start designing for the client, if you go to your home page, right, let's say Artistly is what you needed to design for them, you will click on all things Artistly. You will see the tab at the bottom open up, so it tells you that you've picked or selected 3 designs, and you can either delete or trash, move to trash, or you can move it to a folder. Now, I opened up and I explained to you earlier that if you move it to a folder, which we will do, it does not remove it from your recent design. So if that's your objective, Canva doesn't work like that, although I probably would have preferred it like that. But there's no way to clean your recent design screen unless you deliberately delete it and take it to the trash folder of Canva. Just keep in mind, you've got 30 days to restore your trashed item. I'll show you in a bit. But let's say you want to file this for client number 1. Or did we go to client number 2? Okay, so client number 2, and now we want social media designs, and we want to take to that folder, and you will simply click on move to folder over here. Okay, so it's telling me that my designs have been moved, and even if I refresh the screen, you will still see those designs here. So it doesn't remove it, and if you've been like just not understanding it, let me remind you again that even if you move it to the folders, it doesn't remove it from your recent designs. So that's basically how you can organize your life, so to speak. So let's say you want to start a new design, right? You'll click on create, and let's say you want to create a social media image, Facebook size. Now, instead of, so this is the whole purpose that you are doing this, is just to get more control on where your items are at any given time without having to scroll through recent designs, and that is not a very efficient way to work because it's frustrating. I know, I've done it for a long time. And this video is just to try and show you how you can organize your files so that if you want to design something quickly, you can access it via folders, okay? So let's say you want to use the Artistly image that I have used the example of. You can go to projects. So you want to create a social media, let's say Artistly social media post. So you will label it. You will go to projects. So normally what we do or have done is we'll click see all, and we'll scroll through all of our designs, not knowing when it's going to pop up and not understanding how else to get to it. You will not get to it quicker. You will only get a balance or a system via folders. So folders are your friends, is your friend, right? So click on client, click on social media designs, and there you've got your design. in your social media post, you can make your changes, add your text, change your colors, do whatever you need to. You need to add a logo or put on your company's website address or CTA, whatever. It can all now happen. So this is a much better way than trying to go to all designs and just hoping it will pop up here on the left hand side. Okay, another thing I want to show you guys is how do you get to your trash, because that is something that not a lot of people know. So I'll quickly. So about about removing your designs or taking them, moving them to trash. There's a few ways that you can do that. You can click on, if you're in a design, any design. The best thing that I can suggest is, if you are not going to use this particular design again, delete the page. I'll undo that. If you want to delete the whole project, click on move to trash, right? This will move your entire design to trash, and it will remove it out of your recent designs. So that's the only way you can clean up the recent design page, because it's more like a semi-temporary state that you are putting the design in. You do have 30 days to take it out of trash. Okay, so as the window that populated here now tells you, you'll have 30 days to restore it from your trash before it is automatically deleted, but at least it does take it out of your recent designs if you really want to clean up your main landing page. So you can move it to trash. I'll move this one to trash. So it just said now that you can't access the design, right? So you'll see it's gone. It's out of your recent designs. And let's say you now want to restore the design. So click on this little hamburger sign over here. Click on trash. And here you'll see everything that you have deleted over the last 30 days. So if you don't restore it before the 30 days, then obviously the system will automatically delete it. I obviously want to use this again, so I'll just click on the 3 dots and then I'll restore it over here. So it's quite hidden away. If you don't really use that section over there, you will not really know where the trash functionality is, and I think that's what I wanted to explain before I finish the video. So just to recap, project is your friend. Your recent design screen, which is what you're seeing in front of you, it cannot be cleaned up. So if you ever wondered why or how, you can't. It's just the nature of Canva. Projects is where you keep your balance in terms of keeping control of client folders or type of designs or type of products on Etsy, or just putting tags to your folders so that when you are in a design, then you can easily go to projects, then go to folders. I don't know what happened there. Projects, and then you can go search for your folders here. I can type in Etsy, click on it. No, not Etsy designs, Etsy folders, sorry. So Etsy, make sure that you're on folders, and then I can go to 16 folders, and if I want clip art, then I would just scroll. Oh, I see it on top here. There's my clip art, and I can go to any folder of clip art designs that I want. So I can do this, I can select this, and trust me, this is a much better way than going, depending on your, let me show you, all designs and clicking all and going through an unending list of designs that you will take forever to get to where you need to. One last final thing I want to say is, if you go to back to home, right, it's very helpful if you do label your designs correctly, because you can even do a search in your, while you're busy designing in your canvas or on the canvas, you can search for the file in itself. So let's say too cute to spook. Too cute to spook. If you can get into the habit of labeling your files, then you can go to a design. Let's say you want to use a 2000 by 2000 pixel. And let's say too cute to spook is like a month old, right? Go to projects. And You can go too cute to spook. Okay, I don't know. I think I might have had an extra character in. But let's say you type in too cute, it will immediately bring up your image. So this video is just to show you and simplify my organizational processes and steps and folders that I use in Canva, because a lot of you have asked me for this video. So from a digital product seller point of view, I just wanted to show you what it is that I'm doing, and if they helped you, let me know in the comments. If there's follow-up questions, let me know, but I hope I helped with some of the confusion. So thank you for watching, and please like and subscribe, and I'll see you in the next video. Ciao.